Welcome back to 3 Inquisitive Kids, and in this video we'll be looking at yet another math count problem. 2021 school competition. First problem. Jan and Jerome are mixing red paint with white paint to make pink paint in the ratio of 4 parts red to 5 parts white. How many gallons of red paint should they mix with 1 gallon of white paint? So over here, it's saying that, so we're trying to find this part right here. This is going to be red and this is going to be white. I'm trying to find how much red will go with 1 gallon of white. And these are equivalent fractions. So, since over here we divided by 5, we have to do the same on the other side as well. So 4 divided by 5. Well, we don't have to exactly divide. We could write it in its fraction form. Because it says express your answer as a common fraction. So then there will have to be 4/5 gallons of red paint. Okay, let me just move this a little. All right. All right, now it's time for the next problem. This figure shows a floor plan of a room that includes a door and a window that have a combined area of 50 square feet. Each side of the room has a wall that is 8 feet tall and adjacent walls that meet at right angles. If a can of paint covers an area of 400 square feet, how many whole cans of paint must be purchased to paint the interior walls of this room, not including the door and the window? So right here makes it very clear that it's not including the door and the window. So then we can make a note that we have to subtract 50 square feet to remind ourselves that later when we're doing the work that we have to subtract 50 square feet, which is the combined area of the door and the window. So first, let's find out how much space all the walls cover up. So we know that they will all be 8 feet tall, so we could go like that, because we're going to have to factor it out anyway. And just what is the perimeter of this room? Well, the perimeter is this times 2 because there's this side right here, and there's these two sides added up. Then it's this times 2 as well because it's this side and these two sides added up. So then it would be 8 times 2 times 20 and 5/12 plus 24 and 1/2. So let's do this math right here. Maybe it'll be easier to first do 8, to leave the 8 alone. So 2 times 40, 10, 12, 5, 6, plus 48 and to plus 48 and 49 actually. So then after that, we get 8 times 89 and 5, 6, which equals 712, and 8 times 5 sixths. That would be 20 plus 20 over 3, which is also equal to 712 plus, let's see, 6 and 2/3, which means 718 2/3. So this is a little over 718, and it says that it covers an area of 400 square feet. So 1 paint of can only covers 400, so that's not enough. What about 2? 2 times 400 is 800, and that's more than 718 2/3. So then 2 cans needs to be purchased. All right. Okay. Next problem. Jamie makes 120 slices of toast and puts at most 1 spread, jam, butter, or avocado on each slice. She puts jam on 1/3 of the slices, butter on 15 of the slices, and avocado on 50% of the slices. How many slices of the toast have no spread? So it says that in total she has 120 slices of toast, and on each can only have jam, butter, or avocado. So there's no overlaps, but it says at most 1 spread, so some also have 0. So let's just subtract. So let's do 120 subtracted by how much she has over here. So that's 1/3 plus 1/2. That's also the 50% right there. And subtract by 15 because it's not 15 times 120. That's not a fraction. So we just subtract that. That's something very important you have to remember. 15 is not a part, but a direct number. So let's do this. 120 minus 120, we can distribute this in. 120 times 3, that's 40, minus 120 times 120, 60, minus 15. So that's also 120 minus 40, 60, 115. Then we're left with 5 slices of toast. So right here we can write 5 slices, and that's our answer for the third problem. Now we have our final problem. All right, let's see. There are 10 coins on a table head side up. Noah wants all of them to be tail side up, but with each move, he must turn over exactly 6 coins. What is the fewest moves he can take so that he ends up with all of the tails side up? So the key to solving this problem right here is to first just draw a picture. Just draw a picture. So here's what I mean. I'll draw 2 rectangles there, and there. Yep. So after, okay, and one I'm going to draw H And another one I'm going to draw a T, which means heads and tails. So after the first move, how many would be head side up? Well, 4. So let's write that. 4 H's and 6 tails after the first move. So we'll get that clear. After the first move, he'll have 6 tails that's already flipped over. Okay. And now here's an interesting part. I want you to think about what would the second to last coin look like? Well, in order to make it all tails, it would have to look like let me drag this down. It would have to look like 6 heads and 4 tails. So 6 heads and 4 tails. Okay. So this is what it would look like second to last. Before all of them are tailed, and this is what it's like after the first move. So now the question is, how do we get from this to this? Well, let's look. So over here there's 4 heads, and over here there's 6 heads. So that's added to 2, and over here there's 6 tails and there's 4 tails. So let's see, maybe this combination will work. If we move these heads and these 4 tails, and we'll switch them, yeah, that fits perfectly. So then it would take actually just one move, because this adds up to 6 in total, just one move to get from this to this. So let's count the total number of moves. So there's first all heads, then one move is this. That's already 1. And then this turned to this form is another move. While to flip this to finally be all 10 coins that's tails would just take one more move. Okay, so added together that's 3. So our answer is 3 moves.